everybody, today I'm gonna review a book called Christop Columbus. This is a person who is really famous, even though he didn't achieve the things that he wanted. This is a book called Christop Colombo. Who was Christop Colombo? The New York best-selling Times. This book was by a Bowman Batter. In this cover, there's a face of Christop Columbus on the cover of the book, and at the back of the book there was the word "A boy who dreamed of sailing faraway places, not take." The captain of the cemetery which was whacked on the coral reef, not take, and explorer who found New York and never knew it, not take. All the above, take. Okay. You know why? Because he all of that. So that's it. This is a boy named Christop Columbus, who was born in his real name was Christop Colombo, who was born in the city of Genoa, Italy in the year 1451. In Italy, in the English-speaking words, but his real name, they never called him by his real name. They only called him by, he's really known as Christop Columbus, Christopher Columbus, not Christop Colombo. Yeah, that name, Christop Colombo, I think it's not easy to read or anything. And in this book, there's a timeline in the back cover with a gray horn. Okay, let's start. This book is about a man named Christop Colombo who wanted to make his way trip to the sea. He really wanted to be with the sea and smell the wind. By that time, he wanted to find gold and treasures. So he asked his king. So he really wanted to go to sea. So what Christopher needed was someone who gave him the money for his trip, or someone was rich and powerful, like the king, the queen, someone like the king of Portugal. He wanted to ask the king of Portugal, and then the king refused it. No, and no, and no. He tried to beg it, but he wouldn't budge. So he went to the king of France. To the king and the queen of France. Paris. I don't know. But Queen Isabella and the king. Queen Isabella is Christop Colombo's biggest supporter. Christop Columbus always believed in her, and she always believed in him. The first time he went there, it was a big bad storm. Then he crashed. His ship did not crash. That was very lucky. And he brought back lots of treasures. He was so famous, even though he didn't actually what he wanted. Then the second trip, he had left the second trip. He went. The first trip, he had left 40 men on an island, and which is really ill. And then the second trip, he went there to put them back, to put them home. But they were already dead. Why? Because in that island, he didn't know. There were people, humans eating humans, women that made into slaves, and lots of wild animals which can eat. And one of the most wild animals were the mosquitoes. The mosquitoes are so dangerous, and they're lodged. As large as this, I think. That's big. it is. The mosquitoes are really dangerous and they are powerful too. They stung it and which makes the sailors ill and then they die. The mosquitoes have lots of damage to the humans. So he begged the king for the third trip, but he wouldn't budge. So he said to Queen Isabella, and she supported him again. The third trip, the ship broke. Then he needed to use another ship. That was only a goal for 6 ships. And when he arrived home, he did not brought back any treasures. But the first trip, he brought back lots of treasures, and they celebrated. The third trip, he went there. The ship is so no. There's only 6 ships. 6 ships. And the first one, there's 190. But now there's only 6 because he didn't success at what he says. So they went on the sail, and when he came back, he brought only a little bit of gold, not what he expected. The first trip, he went there. He begged and begged Isabella. Isabella supported him again, but this time only 4 ships. He went on a dangerous journey, but he wouldn't give up. Then he wouldn't give up, but he couldn't find any gold. He just found tiny bits of gold, but that's okay for him. He really wanted to find what he wanted. He wanted to find a chest of gold for Queen Isabella. And when he returned home, he has brought just a little bit of gold, but he was still happy that he has brought things. But that was the last bit of him to see Queen Isabella. She died after 2 weeks. Christop Columbus returned. That was sad. Christop Columbus has lost his biggest supporter. That was the ending tale of Christop Columbus. I have some more. Christop Columbus grew ill, and he had to lay ill in bed